everyone, and welcome to Really Old Movies. I'm your host, Harrison Scullin, and today we got some old movie news, an old movie review, an animated short review, as well as some Lego Star Wars, and that'll be the first time I'll be playing that on this channel. And so with that, let's get started with today's show. Alright, so you may have noticed that that was the original theme, so I kept getting copyright struck no matter what version of Swan Lake I would use. And so rather than keep fighting that, I'm going to go back to this old one for now. But at some point, I will eventually change it up or do something different, because I really do love Swan Lake. So we'll see how that goes. But with that, let's go ahead and get started with today's show. And so, first off, we got the film from Criterion this month, or I guess this week, to talk about is Godzilla, 1954. So they've already released this film in their big collection, but what's unique about this one is this is their individual release of this movie, and it's in 4K. So I'm really excited for that, because not only does it have the original film, it also has the 1956 Americanized version. So a multi-language one where they changed some of the actors and had in English. And it's very interesting. I mentioned a couple weeks ago how movies used to do that. So it looks like I am getting some comments. Let me see if I could try and get them to work on here. Change the source. That. Okay, let's see if that worked or not. But anyways, my cousin Carter said he's watching Star Wars just before this, the original one. So yeah, there you go. Alright, let's move on to the next film. So every year Kino Lorber does a few releases of their film noir collection. So this is number 22 here. This includes The Enforcer, The Scarlet Hour, and Plunder Road. Now, I have not seen The Enforcer, but that's one that I definitely want to check out at some point. So I really love Humphrey Bogart. It's directed by Michael Curtiz, one of my favorite directors. He did Casablanca. So I really, really love that. And I do want to check out those other ones, though. The Scarlet Hour I've heard of, but I have not seen. I think that's a Raoul Walsh film. Plunder Road I have not heard of, so I'd be curious to see how that one is. But this will come out in the end of October on the 29th, so I recommend checking that out. I think it's really cool that that they do these releases, because a lot of these have not been seen really since they were in theaters, so it's really cool that they're getting a physical release. So with that, let's move on to another great foundation, the Film Noir Foundation. So the Film Noir Foundation, they do a lot of the restorations of movies that are in the Film Noir collection from Kino Lorber. And their whole goal and purpose is to preserve and save film noir. Film noir is, I would say, kind of a dying art. And there's actually a lot of movies that are kind of disappearing just because they were not like the A-list movies. They weren't the A-list creators and whatnot. So they're a lot lesser known. Sometimes they're in the public domain, so there's not a great release of it. But that's the whole goal and purpose of the Film Noir Foundation. And actually, one of the board members, Alan K. Rhodey, he puts on the Film Noir Festival, the Arthur Lyons Film Noir Festival that I attend every year. And so I recommend checking out the Film Noir Foundation website. You could see where Film Noir is streaming, you can see where you could buy it, and also where you could watch it in theaters. So I highly recommend checking it out if you have not yet. Alright, so now we're going to move on to today's animated short review. So The Bodyguard from 1944 is a toon where Tom is chasing Jerry around. Jerry finds Spike locked up in a dog catcher car and helps him escape. Spike is overjoyed with his help, and he tells Jerry all he has to do is whistle if he ever needs anything. Jerry takes advantage of this whenever Tom is chasing him, and Spike in turn punches Tom. Eventually, Tom has had enough and decides to give Jerry a gumball he has made out of glue. This prevents Jerry from whistling, but Jerry is eventually able to whistle, but Spike doesn't show up. Then we see the dog catcher car going by again. This time Spike's door has been locked with a padlock. So I thought this toon was okay, but it's just a bit mediocre. It's not as funny as I wanted it to be, so I gave it a 3 out of 5. Alright, you can find this toon on HBO Max in their Tom and Jerry collection. Okay, so that's today's animated short review. So now we'll get into today's movie review. Alright, so today's movie review is 7 Chances from 1925, starring and directed by Buster Keaton. Some essential movie details from IMDb. The most famous scene of this film has originated by an accident. In the filming of a chase scene down a steep slope, Buster Keaton inadvertently dislodged some rocks which tumbled after him as if in pursuit, as he had to scramble to dodge them. At a preview showing, Keaton saw that the accident got the biggest laughs in the film. Thus inspired, he decided to reshoot the scene with over 100 papier-mâché quote-unquote rocks, ranging from pebbles to 6-foot boulders, so his character would have to deal with a massive avalanche in the scene. Alright, so now I'll get into my thoughts on the plot. The plot, I give it a 3 out of 5. I thought it was just okay. To me, the story really doesn't pick up until the last act of it, which is like the last 10 minutes or so. And there's a whole crowd of women chasing him around because they think he's, tricked them into getting the $7 million, because his whole purpose is to get married, by sundown, because he's 27 that day. Because his uncle left him a $7 million inheritance and says, but you have to be 27 by 7 p.m. of your 27th birthday. And he's like, well, that's tonight, right? So he's just chasing around trying to find someone who's willing to marry him. But honestly, I thought it was just an okay plot. I give it a 3 out of 5. I thought the idea was funny, and it reminded me a lot of Brewster's Millions. I think that's a book before it was several movies. So if you've seen that, like the Richard Pryor one, that's basically what this story is. I don't know. I thought it was executed better there. To me, the funniest moment is when he's being chased by the rocks and by the women and just doing his crazy stunts. That's really the highlight of the movie, and it's like 5 minutes of the movie. So you could see that without having to actually watch the whole thing. You could watch a clip of it on YouTube. So that's why I gave the plot a 3 out of 5. Alright, so the acting I gave a 4 out of 5. I thought it was good. I thought Buster was really good, with his deadpan, straight-faced delivery. To me, he's always the funniest in every scene he's in. And I love the scene where everyone's laughing at him when he's trying to ask women to marry him. That is the funniest moment for him. But honestly, other than that, no one really stands out to me. He is the best part of it. Which is a shame, because if you watch, like, The General, for example, his love interest is actually really funny, too. So in this one, it's really just him delivering all the gags. Everyone else is kind of secondary. And so that's why I give it a 4 out of 5, because he carries a lot of the weight. But no one else really stood out to me. Alright, let's talk about directing. I gave it a 4 out of 5, so Buster also directed the film. Unlike The General, where you have the train that's kind of a big part of the movie, or Sherlock, 'Jr. with the movie theater, they play big parts. There's no, I would say, set piece like that that's really a big part of the story. Um, Other than the paper mache rocks, but that's a segment. You know, that's not the whole movie, right? Because with those movies, he was able to incorporate them into the story and incorporate the comedy into that. With this, honestly, you wouldn't be able to differentiate this movie from his shorts he made before feature length films, like Cops or I'm the names of other ones are escaping me, but like to me, there's no character or no set piece that really connects you to the comedy, to the story. It's it's seriously lacking here. Now, having said all of that, I still think he did really creative with the rocks, with people chasing him, with some of the camera movements, and I'll talk about that in cinematography and special effects. But yeah, I don't think it was his best directed film. I think the focus was for sure on the stunt scenes, not on the story itself. Alright, so speaking of that, so for cinematography and special effects, I give it a 5 out of 5. To me, this is the highlight and the best part. I mean, like in this scene right here, you know, the camera's kind of moving forward, this huge group of women is chasing him. That's just really funny to me. It's a really funny visual gag. Or there's a scene where he's at a train yard being chased by them and he gets lifted up by a crane. That was a crazy stunt and camera work. And or the stunt where he's jumping on a tree that's being cut down. Now it kind of jump cuts, so I assume he jumps on a tree and then they actually knock over a tree with the stunt double, and then he's in the tree at the bottom, and they kind of intersplice that together. It doesn't look like a fluid motion, but honestly, that's really it for me. That's the amazing part, and it's all near the last 10 minutes. Everything else is pretty standard, almost pretty boring, I want to say. It's not as entertaining as like The General I keep mentioning, or Sherlock Jr. Where Sherlock Jr., there's constant funny things going on around him. Or Our Hospitality, that's another really funny one too. So, as amazing as the cinematography, stunt work, and all that is, it's not his best work. It's not his best work. Alright, let's talk about the music. So, as with silent films, you never know if this is the original score or not. In this case, it was. This was restored through the Cohen Media Group. They work a lot, I want to say, with Criterion. I can't remember which company, but they're like Criterion. They do releases of movies, and I believe they're a British-based company. I saw this on Canopy, and this is the restored version of the movie, the full thing, that you'll see by Kino Lorber as well later this year. But it's a 56-minute long film, and the score is actually really good. I give it a 4 out of 5. I've always liked that upbeat jazz, Dixieland style music. I always find that to be really entertaining. But I'm a little biased because I love that style of music anyway, and I'm learning to play the tenor banjo, and that's one of the happiest sounding instruments, and that's throughout this film. So it helps the story along. It's definitely not as memorable, though, as the General score. That one is really, really memorable to me. This one is not as good as that. So that's why I gave it a 4 out of 5. Alright, so tallying that all up, that brings my Letterboxd score to 4 out of 5, which is exactly what it was at. And that brings my Criticlist score to an 80%. So would I recommend this movie? Only if you're a real Buster Keaton fan. It is a funny movie, but I would show you his more funny ones first and then this one. Like The General, Sherlock Jr., Our Hospitality, The Cameraman. There's a couple other better ones. Navigator, that's another good one. I would show you all of those before I show you this one. This one I think fans of Buster Keaton or of silent era comedy would appreciate a lot more than just the average moviegoer. Alright, well those are my thoughts on 7 Chances from 1925 from Buster Keaton. And so with that, that's today's movie review. Alright, so let us close that there. Close that there. So let's put that on the right hand side there. Let's hear how we're sounding. Today's show. So let us So now I'm gonna launch Lego Star Wars here. Alright. Steam there. I don't need that open. Okay. Right, let's turn down the sound here. Okay, turn off display. Turn off single cam, so my gaming one should work there. Okay, it's just, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so now let's turn that on. Now I'm going to turn down the music because that music is not in the public domain. Okay. Let's try around there. Let's hear that sounds. Is not in the public domain. Okay. Let's try around there. Let's hear that sounds. Let's try around there. Let's hear that sounds. Perfect. That'll work. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, what? Gotta figure out how to turn. Let's turn this controller off. I have two controllers set up, that's why. turn off. Turn this one off. Okay. Ah, I see what I did wrong. Then I gotta go to accept. Carter says, what are you playing it on? I'm playing it on Steam. I'm gonna try this again. Golly. Tell you what, I'm gonna try going to the menu. There we go. Let's try that. No, this is my Steam account. There we go. Just to be sure, let's hear how we're sounding. Okay, cool. Alright. So now we're gonna go into the Phantom Menace. All of that for one lousy blue coin? Crazy. Oh, you're expecting Dexter's Diner? Yeah, I have the complete saga. That has the... It has all of the original ones. It doesn't have, like, 7, 8, 9. This is the one from 2009 with all of them. Alright. It's crazy that the building mechanic wasn't in the original Lego Star Wars. I remember thinking it was cool you could hold to build things when the second one came out. You know, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. You know, it's been so long since I've played these games, I forgot that that was the case. Yes, they did. Tell you what, I'm going to turn the sound down real quick. It's pretty loud on my end. Let's go back to that. Okay. I agree, Carter. Indiana Jones, Lego Star Wars 1 and 2. I would add Lego Batman to that. Those are all great games. Gotta get all the monies. Now, speaking of Indiana Jones, did they ever do one with Kingdom of Crystal Skull? I don't think they did, but be a crazy game. We'll see how this is with one player. I haven't done it with one player yet. Me and my wife were playing this the other day. She loves these games too. Carter's gonna Google if they ever did Kingdom Crystal Skull. I'd be curious to know, because I feel like that'd be a crazy game. Carter says, I wish I was younger when Lord of the Rings came out. I would have loved that one too. Yes, I agree. Because I think that came out, what was it, 2014, 2015? I was a little too old for that at that point. But I guess here I am playing these now, right? No, these are nostalgic. Ho ho ho. Thank you. I always try to get True Jedi. Oh, shoot. That was not worth it. Maybe it was. Come along, Padawan. Do you and Lexi both have it? How much was it? Well, what's cool with this game is only one person has to buy it and you can play it locally. So I have two controllers here that we were both able to play it with. It was pretty cool. Carter says, Lego Indiana Jones came out in 2009, the year after the first. I don't remember any of my friends having it. Yeah, I don't remember that either. It must have not done very well. Yeah, I would have remembered that. Yeah! Let's go, True Jedi. Alright, you. We're going back. Oh yeah, we need a midget in this one. Red one. Yeah, that's right. I need a little midget guy to go into that. What the heck? Who's this C-3PO clone? If you remember in Phantom Menace, there's like a female protocol droid that talks with them for a little bit. Very, very minor character. Let me try something real quick. OBS. There we go. Perfect. Tab. Back to Star Wars. So I figured out that you can Alt-Tab to switch to different windows. I didn't realize that works in games too. So I'm able to adjust the sound and all of that, which is very, very nice. It could be a little loud. No. I made her retarded. Have you seen the Star Wars memes about Globshito? No, I have not. What is that? I've not heard of that. I remember this. Oh, I'm so close. I think I need Jar Jar. Yeah, I can't jump high enough. I'm gonna send you one. Let me get my phone. Oh boy. What am I getting myself into here? Okay, here we go. Doll. I need to put the big one down first. Cookie. Oh, too far. Oh, I need Jar Jar. Yeah, that's too far, man. Oh, crap. Holy crap. Ah! You are useless, Padawan. You should get a rat tail. I bet your wife would like it. Oh yeah, she would love it. Remember when those were popular? I remember kids would legitimately have a rat tail. It was crazy. Oh yeah, I remember this. Oh. Come on. Oh, so close. So close. No. Unfortunately, yes, some kids at Idaho Falls had them. Yeah, I don't know why people thought it looked cool. It just looked silly. I'm gonna try one more time. Oh, so close! Okay, I'm gonna try one more time. So what's the problem with these games? It's like, oh yeah, I could do it. No. Oh. Well, that would have helped earlier. You got this. You know, just for the heck of it, I'm gonna try one more time. I think it's worth it. I like getting mini kits. Oh. Okay. No. No. I really think I need Jar Jar for those. Let's get some money. Okay. Alright, pad 1. Does Jar Jar actually do something, or is he just some emotional support character? No, he jumps really, really high. He has the double jump capability. But that's the extent of his use. Alright, I'm going to do one more level, then I'll call it a night after that. He really is, man. He's the best in these games, especially. Justice for Darth Jar Jar. Seriously, though. What's up, caveman? How are you doing, man? Just playing some Lego Star Wars tonight. Gonna move on to the next level now. That was fun being on that stream with you, caveman, for David. I hope that helped him out a lot. I know he's still struggling with his health problems, but that was really cool doing that for him. Let's see, I'm getting text messages now. I got your memes, Carter. Is that really his name? That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, this map is crazy. Carter says it's making fun of all the obscure Star Wars reference characters. Everyone has a name. And then it's his made-up name. It's made-up character to make fun of Star Wars. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Caveman says, yeah, it was our first stream together. Good, because good person, a lot of fun. Agreed, man. Dave's an awesome guy. No, Carter, he's not squishy. He's a guy named 4K Lowdown. One of the other YouTubers that I do videos with sometimes. He's got a lot of health problems, so we've all been sharing his, what do you call that? His GoFundMe. And we did basically a 4-hour telethon for him the other day. So that was pretty cool. I'm losing all my money. My Padawan is useless. No, but speaking of Squishy, Carter, he and I are going to start playing Helldivers just for fun at some point. So if you ever get that game, let me know. You and I are going to try it out. Sorry, Padawan, I need more hots than you. Ugh, not doing so hot with True Jedi in this one. I wish I could. Helldivers looks awesome. My computer would unalive itself if I tried to run it. That's a good point. That's a really good point. You need a really good computer for that one. Well, you gotta tell your brother to buy you one for your birthday or for Christmas. Padawan, you are useless. No, I don't want to. Ugh. Here's Jar Jar. It's a gaming laptop because I'm a serious gamer. We got Halo, Spore, and Lethal Company on there is all. Oh, okay. Yes, Jar Jar. All slicing the passing Gungans? Well, yeah, you can never trust them, man. They're shifty characters. Speaking of, where is he? Misa, knock down the wall! You some big doo-doo, Jar Jar. Oh. Really, all the movies low-key races towards Gungans. Not low-key, high-key. I hate them. Here, let me adjust my camera. There we go. It's not low-key. Uh-oh. Jar Jar is useless. It's because he's a Gungan. I wonder if the new Lego Star Wars game has Darth Jar Jar. If they have the character creator in this game, you should build them. They do. I think I will. They do have the character creator. Was that worth it, Harry? No, it wasn't. Because there's a little stand. Ugh. Give him Slave Leia's legs. I'll think about it. Oh, wait. There we go. I need to go back, because that's where the level ends right there. I'm not a true Jedi. I'm not a true Jedi. I'm close. There we are. I was watching a YouTube video earlier about George Lucas' original plan for the sequels. Yeah, I heard that they totally disregarded his ideas. Which is a shame, because he actually had a plan of what to do with the characters. Unlike good old JJ. Ridiculous. I'm so close. I wish I could get into some multiverse and retrieve a better version of those movies. They had building blocks of something great, but then built a poo palace. Yes, they did. 100% Carter. I'm so close. No. I wonder if you may have died too many times to get True Jedi. I wasn't paying attention. Did you die? I think I died once or twice. Oh, I know that they always put enough to where it's more than you need. Oh, come on. I'm so close. Yeah, let's go. Oh, Lord of the Rings is on Steam too. Lego one. You know, I had it on my Xbox, but like you said, Carter, I think we were just too old for it, man. That mini kit sound is instant dopamine hit. Agreed, man. I got 6 of the 10. That's pretty good. Just for the heck of it. Let's see if these could be broken. Nope. Yeah, let's go. Boss Doss. There's always a bigger fish. Well, to be fair, Carter, I just played it a couple days ago to try it out with Lexi. So I remembered where that one ended. I just did that like a week ago. So close. Okay, so just need all the mini kits. So yeah, this is what's cool about this one. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's not that pesky remix one they just did a couple years ago. My dad has that on his PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 5, I should say. I don't like it as much. This is the OG right here. All right. So that will be that. So let's turn. Where did that single cam go? Okay. All right, well, that's today's show, everybody. And then we got another comment there. Rest in peace, James Earl Jones. Yes, I did hear about that. That is so sad. But honestly, 93, I think that's what they said he was. That's a pretty good long life right there. But that is sad because he was a really good actor. You know, everyone knows him for Star Wars and Lion King, but I actually really liked him in the Jack Ryan movies too. He was a really good character there. But we're going to call it there, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode. This has been Really Old Movies. I'm your host, Harrison Scullin. Take care.